Welcome to Marvelicious Toys. We bring you news and reviews of Marvel toys, statues, and more. Because not all Marvel collections can be bagged and boarded. They're not just toys, they're Marvelicious.
Well, then we get to figure 5, Thor, which is like the figure of the wave, given that this is the Allfather Build-A-Figure. So to get Thor in here, and he is a huge figure and veiny. The veins in the arms, woof.
He looks mean. And you know what? His arms, I don't like what they did with the color of the flesh because it looks like silly putty. They're like a weird shiny, aren't they?
Yeah, you're right. Silly putty's a good comparative.
Yeah.
Ever since Hasbro started up with Legends again, they actually started with this Thor figure. Remember the hammer at Comic-Con? That was the return of Marvel Legends.
Right.
So since that one, we've gotten quite a few Thors, even if you don't count the movie Avengers ones, that have kind of used this body over the years. So this body is not new, but I think they've done a good job of making it feel like a new figure because it's a new head, minus the, like you said, it's the skin arms now rather than his armored arms. But you know what? Out of all those Thors we've gotten, I think this one might be my favorite as far as overall look because he's got the nice, classic, big helmet on. Some of the ones we got before were kind of doofy looking. If you look back, that one that relaunched the line, that helmet was a little bit small and goofy looking. This one looks like a battle helmet.
Yeah, I like the way it sits on his head there. I don't know that it looks like a battle helmet with the giant wings, but you know, I kind of like it when Thor wears the full face mask like a knight's helmet, if you're going to go for the battle look. But I do like the paint used and the way it sits on his head and how it covers also his hair. He doesn't have the Goldilocks coming out the back. He's got like
He's got a scarf on to cover his hair.
Oh yeah, that is cloth rather than hair coming out the back there.
And I think this is the first time I've seen that on a Thor figure.
Yeah.
Usually he just has the long flowing Rapunzel locks. And while it may be the same body, these legs are amazing with the sculpting on them and the fact that the inside is painted this high gloss black and the outside this metallic silver.
Oh, yeah. And you know what? They've done that before, too. These are the same legs from that figure that we've seen a couple times. The paint job might be slightly different. The silver on the outside is definitely a cool feature here.
And just, he's in an all-black outfit. It feels very different from the blue and red Thors of past.
Mm-hmm. I could see standing these all next to each other on a shelf and not feeling like, oh, look, repaints. They're all unique enough that I think they stand well as unique figures.
And he comes with 2 accessories, and I had to double check because I was curious if these were both for Thor or if one was for the Build-A-Figure. He, of course, comes with Mjolnir, and it's a really well-done hammer. It's got a lot of weathering to it and indentations that make it look like it's seen some battle.
Well, that hammer is nice because it actually fits the size of the figure. Sometimes I think they get the scale wrong on the hammer and it looks puny. This one looks like it's something he would carry.
But he also comes with this giant sword. Again, thinking of He-Man. I mean, this is like the He-Man sword. You can see Thor, I have the power!
Yeah, it is very He-Man-y. But guess what? I was, at first I was like you. I was like, why does Thor need a sword, And I'm definitely not going to display him with a sword and a hammer. It feels like overkill. So guess who's getting a new sword and desperately needs one? My Strife figure, who came with that toothpick of a sword.
It is a pretty awesome sword, just not for Thor.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of the Sword of Omens from Thundercats with the big crystal in the middle.
Thunder!
Thunder God! Ho!
Now, Marjorie, you said that you weren't a big fan of this cape. Well, that's funny because this cape shows up 3 times in this wave. This is the same cape that the Allfather has in 2 different colors.
Well, I guess the store just only has one thing.
Yeah, the Asgardian cape store really is not that big on selection.
Hey, I have a question. Do I have a broken Thor?
Well, I don't know. Maybe you should ask your doctor.
Does his belt, have a looseness and, it looks almost like a lowercase letter N is his belt buckle, and then there's a piece of silver off to the side?
Yes, his belt buckle looks like a lowercase N, and then there's an extra strap that comes around from the back. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, I didn't know if that strap was supposed to be the bottom of the belt buckle or something.
No, yeah, and it's pegged in there, and mine's kind of loose in there too. You can like move it up and down.
Yeah, what is this?
I don't know, it's just an extra strap.
Of all the details for Hasbro to include. Oh, is it like a holster where he could put something?
Maybe he could put a sword in there, but it feels like it would be...
I think that's what it is. Mjolnir will sit there.
Well, all right.
He just now can't bend over or sit in a chair, but hey, you know.
I didn't need another Thor, but I understand why they keep putting them out. You know, Avengers, the movie coming out, Thor looks pretty badass in it, so keep them on the shelves. And if you're going to do that, I much prefer these repaints that feel like new Thors.
Yeah, very well said. That's kind of where I'm at with it too. You know, I wouldn't be rushing out just to get a Thor figure, but since it's part of this wave and need to get him, I'm not upset that I paid for him.
And he comes with another Allfather leg.
So you might end up with 2 Thors.
Well, last week was Take an Action Figure to Work Day, and this Thor's badass enough to sit on my desk.
Thanks for watching this video. You can see full episodes of Marvelicious Toys with more collecting news and reviews at marvelicioustoys.com. We also have thousands of toy and collectible photos in our photo gallery. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Until next time, make mine Marvelicious.